The internet is a place full of wonders, but it's never completely innocent. Today, we're diving together into real websites, not imaginary ones. True stories on web pages, some still alive, and others that disappeared, leaving a mysterious trace in the archives. Ready? Let's begin. Heaven's Gate, the cult of mass suicide. On March 26, 1997, the world was shocked by the discovery of 39 bodies inside a mansion in San Diego, California. They were dressed in identical clothes, wearing black sneakers, and covering their faces with a purple cloth. Next to each body was a plastic bag and some cash. These were members of the cult Heaven's Gate, who believed they would leave Earth on a spaceship following the Hale-Bopp comet. But who were they? And why did they end their lives? Heaven's Gate was founded in the 1970s by Marshall Applewhite, known as Dew, and Bonnie Nettles, known as Ty. Applewhite was a college professor obsessed with unidentified flying objects and spiritual salvation, while Nettles was a nurse who believed in the paranormal and interplanetary travel. Together, they mixed Christianity with alien conspiracy theories, claiming they were advanced extraterrestrial beings sent to save humanity. They taught that Earth was a farm controlled by evil reptilian creatures, that the human body was only a temporary vessel, and that the soul had to ascend to a higher level of existence. Comets and flying saucers were seen as vehicles to the heavenly kingdom. To reach that kingdom, members had to abandon everything: family, money, sexuality, even gender identity. Some even underwent sterilization procedures. When the Hale-Bopp comet appeared in 1997, Applewhite declared it was the sign to depart. He told his followers a spaceship was hidden behind the comet, waiting to take them away. The plan was chilling. They drank a lethal mix of phenobarbital and juice, placed plastic bags on their heads to ensure suffocation, and arranged their bodies neatly. Each carried $5.25 as a symbolic fare for the cosmic journey. Police found the bodies days later after neighbors reported a foul smell. A few members who weren't present that night later ended their lives too. Strangely, the cult's official website still exists today, maintained by surviving members. It contains their farewell messages, writings, and videos. Sometimes it even gets updated, which has fueled theories that some members are still alive and hiding. Some believe they were truly abducted by aliens instead of committing suicide. Others connect them with secret societies or say they were influenced directly by science fiction, like Star Trek. Heaven's Gate remains one of the strangest cults in history, blending technology, religion, and tragedy in a way that still fascinates people. This man, the face seen in dreams. In 2006, a strange story appeared online. People across the world claimed they had dreamed of the same man, a mysterious face appearing in their sleep. He wasn't famous, nor did anyone know who he was. Yet thousands described him in the same way: an average-looking man, brown hair, deep eyes, calm but unsettling. The story began when an Italian psychiatrist, Dr. Roberto Langani, noticed several patients describing the same man in their dreams. Curious, he asked an artist to draw the face. When he showed the sketch to new patients, many immediately said, "Yes, that's him, the man from my dreams." When the drawing was published online, the phenomenon exploded. People from America, Europe, Asia, and even the Middle East said they had seen him too. Some said he silently watched them in nightmares. Others claimed he spoke, delivering strange messages. Forums, Reddit threads, and YouTube videos debated who he really was. Theories multiplied. Some linked him to Carl Jung's collective unconscious, an archetypal figure buried deep in all human minds. Others thought it was part of a secret government experiment, like mind control projects or electromagnetic brain tests. Some saw him as a supernatural being, a demon, or a multi-dimensional traveler spying on humanity. Skeptics said it was nothing but psychological suggestion, people seeing the drawing online and unconsciously fitting it into their dreams. Later in 2017, rumors spread that this man was actually part of a viral marketing campaign by an Italian advertising agency. But no conclusive proof ever surfaced. And to this day, many still insist they've dreamed of him. So the question is, what if you dream of him? TimeCube, the four-dimensional theory of time. In a dark corner of the internet, there was a website called TimeCube. It presented a bizarre theory that time is not linear but cubic, existing as 4 days happening simultaneously. The creator, Gene Ray, claimed to be the smartest human in history and that scientists were hiding the truth. According to him, a single day isn't 24 hours but 96. He argued that the Earth rotates in 4 simultaneous ways, meaning we all live 4 parallel lives at once. He believed schools were brainwashing children to ignore this truth, and that rejecting his theory was ignorance. His website, timecube.com, launched in 1997, looked chaotic and unsettling. Black backgrounds, red and yellow text, random size fonts, strange diagrams, and constant insults directed at anyone who disagreed. Gene Ray insisted that Einstein was a fraud, that NASA was lying, and that anyone who didn't understand TimeCube was, in his words, stupid. Many thought he was suffering from paranoia or schizophrenia. Others believed it was an art project or a giant social experiment. Ray passed away in 2018, but his website remains archived as one of the internet's strangest creations. Some people laugh at it, others find it disturbing, but it still sparks debates about genius versus madness. Cicada 301, The Unsolved Puzzles. In January 2012, a mysterious message appeared on the forum 4chan. Hello? We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test. It was signed Cicada 3301. What followed became one of the greatest internet mysteries. Hidden codes and images led to QR codes, audio files, cryptography, and references to ancient literature. Some clues even required people to travel to real cities like Warsaw, Paris, and Sydney, where posters with new codes were waiting. Those who solved the puzzles received secret emails congratulating them and promising further instructions. Then suddenly, silence. Cicada disappeared. Over the years, more puzzles appeared in 2013 and 2014. Then the group vanished again. Nobody knows who they were. Some believe it was a secret recruitment program by the CIA or NSA. Others think it was an underground organization or simply an alternate reality game. Their logo, a cicada, symbolized mystery. The insect disappears for years, then returns. To this day, no one truly knows who was behind it. Staggering beauty, the flash explosion. Imagine visiting a simple website only to have your screen explode into violent flashing lights and deafening sounds. That's what happens at Staggering Beauty, a site created in 2014 by digital artist George Michael Brower. At first, you just see a hand-drawn worm moving with your mouse. But if you shake the mouse quickly, the screen erupts in strobe lights and a loud electronic noise. It's shocking, annoying, and for some people dangerous, since such flashing can trigger epileptic seizures. The site even carries a warning before entering. Some say it's just an art experiment. Others think it was a prank, or even a secret stress test for browsers. Whatever the case, the site still exists today, and many avoid it for safety reasons. Pointer, the watching finger. In 2017, a developer created a strange website called Pointer. Its concept is simple yet eerie. Wherever you move your mouse on the screen, a photograph of a person pointing exactly at that spot appears. The site has thousands of real pictures categorized by pointing directions. The result feels like people on your screen are watching and following your every move. Some users laugh and see it as a funny experiment. Others feel deeply uncomfortable, describing it as creepy, almost like being spied on. The site plays with human psychology, tapping into that uneasy feeling of always being watched. And yes, the site is still online today at pointer.com. So that was our dive into some of the strangest digital phenomena the internet has ever produced. From cults that ended in tragedy, to mysterious faces in dreams, cryptic puzzles, flashing chaos, and strange pointing fingers, each site has its own bizarre story. Which one caught your attention the most? And do you want us to explore even stranger websites next time? Leave a comment and don't forget to hit the bell because the mystery is far from over.